Hey y'all, and welcome to another Monday Teaching Philosophy. And today I kind of want to talk about the importance of teaching SEL in the music classroom. So this would be more for music teachers and special area teachers. Because like I tell people, the special area teachers, the computer teacher, the PE teacher, the art teacher, the music teacher, some people have STEM. You know, those teachers see every student in the building. And especially with music, the way music can speak to so much of us. Like you could just be walking around and then a song will pop in your head that you learned from earlier today. And people say, oh, that song stuck in my head. Yeah, that's the power of music. Like, how did you learn your ABCs? Most everybody who know their ABCs sang them first before they learned them. Your numbers, you sing the numbers first. That's why Gracie's Corner and all of these other YouTube channels are so popular because they have a lot of music and they put music. And when you put music to a thing, it becomes very powerful. And so I want to talk to the music teachers about, how to use that power and authority that you have. Because most music teachers and most special area teachers see their students every week, at least once a week. Now, with me, my schedule is a little different where I see the kids for a week and then I don't see them again for 2 weeks. And then I see them for a whole 5 days. So I still do the same thing. I sing songs that speak positivity into our children because they're not getting that at home. Sometimes they say, Mr. Demby, can we listen to such and such a song? No, we cannot. Not in here because I don't want that kind of, I don't want to push that kind of music off on you and put it in your mind. I want to combat the music that you have in your mind. And I was telling another teacher at a training that I was doing for music teachers about putting SEL in music. I was telling the teacher, as a music teacher, you could tear the school up if you wanted to. And whenever I apply for a job, I tell the principals that, look, I can tear up your school if I wanted to, or I can build it up because music is so powerful. If I taught all of your students at this school, what's that song? Who sing that? One of those rock and roll songs from back in the day. We don't need no education. Hey, teachers, leave those kids alone. Somebody put in the comments who sing that. I can't remember. I'm going to look on my phone while I'm thinking about it. But if kids walking around singing that, we don't need no education, what would that do to your school? That would mess up your whole school, you know, because then they wouldn't respect the teachers, they wouldn't respect other things, or you can have them singing something like what I make my sing, my teacher loves me, my teacher loves me, my teacher loves me. Mm. Or like another song I make them say, uh, do what the teacher say. Hey, do what the teacher say. Hey. Or what is Regent Street? That's the name. I thought it was somebody else who's saying that we don't need no. But anyway, there are songs that you can teach that speak negativity into the children. Like it's another song from what's that? I'm a mean green mother, and I'm bad, mean and green. You can sing songs like that, and it just does not speak goodness into the child. Or you can pick songs like I wish every music teacher could get Quaver music. And there's a song Unique that Quaver made, Younique. Unique. And it says, I'm strong, I'm brave, I'm loved, I'm smart, and I'm unique. And there's no one else in the whole wide world exactly like me. And just for the kids to keep speaking that and walking around, and then sometimes they just spark it up, and the teachers say, Mr. Demby, what you teaching my kids? They walked in talking about, I'm strong, I'm brave, and I was like, well, I'm teaching them. Or like my kindergartners, one day they were on the bus on a field trip, and they just broke out singing, stop, think, and breathe, and make the right choice. Stop, think, and breathe, and make the right, and what kind of, just think of how that's speaking to them. And think of the times when they will hear that song. I've had parents come to me and say, Mr. Jimmy, what you teaching my daughter? She came home, I was doing this, da 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 da, and she started singing, stop, think, and breathe, and make the right. Well, she was telling you the right thing. They do it to me. My kids do it to me. Sometimes I be mad if the kids in there talking and not listening. What did I tell you to do? They start singing, stop, think, and breathe. And I'm like, oh, Lord, the students have become the teacher. But that's what I want to talk to you about. Well, we are talking about it, but I just think as a music teacher or special area teacher, your job is very important. And I like to think it is because of me at my school that the behaviors have changed. Because when I first got to the school I'm at, those behaviors were really rough. I mean, we had kids who were seeming like they were just so angry. You could speak to them. Hey, good morning. How you doing? I ain't even doing nothing. You like, I was just saying good morning. You're not in trouble. Good morning. You try back. Good morning. The kids were just so angry. And I say, well, every school, no matter where you are, you need to have pride in your school, have pride in yourself. So those were the two things that I started with. And so that's why I took a lovely day and turned it into the Jacob way. And so when I get to school each morning, yes, and I make my way to class, I walk quietly down the hall. I'm gonna do my best of all, using self-control. I know I'll do the right thing. Be responsible. And I know I will succeed. That's the part they like the most. The Jacob way. And I make them hold it for 12 counts. And they think that is the funniest thing, that they can hold their breath long enough to hold that note. And then they say, Jacob way, Jacob way. Every day, the Jacob way. But those are the kinds of songs that speak over. And I still have children who graduated and went to, going to college, come back and say, Mr. Demby, you remember we used to do Jacob way, Jacob. And then I used to do a little dance, make them do a little dance like that. And they come and say, Mr. Demby, you remember this? Do y'all still do that? Nah, we don't do that, but we still sing the Jacob way. And, so those are things that are important as a teacher. If you can get those students to be proud of their school and be proud of themselves, I'm strong, I'm brave, I'm loved, I'm smart, and my school is this and this where I am, my city is this. Even sometimes I I have a whole pride, not pride like gay pride. I'm not talking about, I don't even teach that kind of stuff at school. I mean, being proud of you and being proud of your city, being proud of your country, being proud of your school. I make them being proud of your family. We do like this art project where we make a family coat of arms. What things in your family make you proud to be a part of your family? And I do those kinds of activities. We sing, America, da 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 da. We sing songs like that. 50 nifty United States from 13 original. The honey, those fifth graders listen. At first, they resisted bitterly. But once they start memorizing those states, and they can call them out: Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado. Honey, you can't stop them. Listen, they requested almost every day. I get a request. Can we sing 50 nifty? And sometimes we do, but sometimes, it's just as a music teacher, that's the power you have. And if you're at a challenging school, that's where I would start. Start with making those kids sing about being proud of themselves. Then make a school song, take a Katy Perry song or some popular song or whatever, and change the word to make it fit your school or something like that. And just make those kids proud to be at that school. Like I even used to teach our kids a cheer. We used to do at Bethune-Cookman. Now that's my school. I'm proud of my school. But when we were at Bethune-Cookman, they would say, "Wildcats in the front, let me hear you grunt. Wildcats in the middle, let me hear you sizzle. Wildcats in the rear, let me hear you cheer. Oh, do it, do it, do it, do it. What? Do it, do it, do it, do it." And I would have them kids do that, and they thought that was the funniest thing. But you gotta like instill some kind of pride about being where you are, being who you are, being in the space that we're in. Be proud of where you are. And if you can get kids to be proud of who they are and where they are, you can almost mold them. They're gonna follow. I remember when I first it was maybe like 2 or 3 years after me being at my school, and we were in a assembly in the gym, and the principal and everybody was trying to get people quiet. Get quiet, get quiet. We need quiet. And I just walked in and held up my hand and I said, "Boys and girls, I am the best." And they all joined in. "I am the best, so I will act like the best. I will use self-control. I will make good choices. I will treat others the way I want to be treated. Therefore, I will be nice and kind to myself and others. I will I will always stop, think, and breathe and make the right choice. Everywhere I go, I came to school to learn. Therefore, I will learn." And so that's one of the statements that I say at the beginning of every class with every student. So from kindergarten all the way to fifth grader, they memorize, "I am the best, so I will." One day I'll show you guys my little opening readings, and you can use them in your classroom too. But everybody was like, "How did you get them to do that, Demby?" Well, I see every kid and I teach it to every kid in the whole school. And you never know. And I mean, I just would ramble it up. They would come in rowdy. And when we were ready to start, "Boys and girls, I am the best. I am the best, so I will." And they just joined in. And I think they were so surprised, like everybody is in sync. Nobody was like reading fast. Nobody was like trying to be goofy and crazy. It was just a whole, and at that time we had like 800 students at our school. And the whole school just merged in together. And now we've rewritten our pledge, but That's a part of our school pledge now. Like now we say that every morning, when they're reading the announcement. And so that's the power of you as a music teacher teaching SEL, because you will have those moments where you and all of the students know something that the other teachers don't know. And if you walk in and they see you and you see them and you start, here we go, y'all ready? And we all chime in together, everybody else, that's what's going on here. But yeah, that's what the power of, and so I tell principals that whenever I apply to work at their school, like I can either tear your school up or I can build your school up. And so, there's a lot of things that I do wrong. I might mess up here and mess up there, but one thing I do know, when those kids come to that room, it's going to build up your school. So anyway, but y'all can use that in your classroom, like even if it's just your classes. If you teach it to your class, and then as you go throughout the years, it's going to be students who came from your class and now in the fifth grade and now and now you can walk in and say, boys and girls, I know y'all remember this. I am the best, so I will act like, listen, you can do, not just in the music room, but any teacher can really do that. As an administrator, you can take one of those statements and say it and make those kids believe it. Like when I tell them when I say I am the best and they say I am the best, I make them believe like they are the best. Oh, is that what the best do? Show me your best. Oh, show me what the best would do in the hallway. There we go. Come on, be the best. Show me your best. Those kids will show you. And that if you believe that they are the best, like I told one of my students today, excuse me, this not real Saratoga. I just took the bottle. The bottle was cute. Saratoga. And I filled it up with regular water. I can't afford to buy the bottles. Anyway, don't judge me. Anyway, I need y'all to think about that. Think about how you are teaching your students to have pride in themselves. How you are teaching your students to have pride in your school, that they will, and there was a time I used to try to get the kids, hey, pick up trash. If you see that trash, pick up that trash. This is your school. And I kind of fell off from doing that now. But, as you know, that's the thing. When you start doing something in 2009, 2010, you try to keep doing it. But as kids change, you really can't do the same things that you used to do. I'm rambling now. But anyway, as I said, music teachers teach songs that make children proud of themselves, make them proud of the school they are in, make them proud of the city that they're in, make them proud of the country that they're in. Teach songs that make them proud. Teach songs that help them make right decisions. You can do it also as a classroom teacher. Sing songs whenever you do a brain break. Find some songs that speak to your children. Don't just play some music that rip me out of plastic. No, they already get that at home. At school is a different place. We care about your mind. We don't care if you know, like the hip hop. We don't care about that. What's new? We care about your mind. We care about your heart. We care about your soul. So I care about you enough that I'm not going to let you listen to destructive music. Rip out the plastic when you get home. But here at this place, when you walk into my room, I'm singing some songs that are going to uplift your spirit. And that's going to uplift mine too. Anyway, y'all, I think I done talked enough and y'all probably tired of me. Anyway, I just want to say, remember, where the spirit of learning is, there is liberty. There is so much freedom in learning. I love y'all.